Hi, okay, so I'm here in Greenwich, London, about to run the London Marathon tomorrow. I'm very excited about that, a little bit nervous, but I have a feeling it's going to be alright. It's going to be a great event. In fact, I'm going to show you my number quickly. There it is there. And as you can see, it says 23,844. I thought I was one of the last to pick up my number, possibly. Turns out there's 60,000 of us running, so it's going to be great. Um, yeah, I just wanted to share a few thoughts on the whole running thing, coming from this perspective of a dancer, theatre practitioner who 8 months ago, 10 months ago, had never really done any running or athletics or anything like that. Done the bleep test at school, bit of cross country at school again, and since then, never really done anything. So I just thought, and I've heard some negative thoughts about endurance training for dancers. Some people saying it's not very good. Also, I've got a few friends who have shown a slight interest in running, so I just thought I'd share kind of my experience and story over the last just under a year of how I ended up doing the marathon. Um, so I was a little bit skinned the back end of last summer. I'd also wanted to find an activity that wasn't going to cost a lot and that would kind of get me out on an evening. And I remember a friend of mine had been to a running club and he said that they could run with them for free on the other side of town at Leeds Uni. So I went for a run with those guys, enjoyed it, but just thought, well, I wonder if there's anything closer to home. Went and found my local running group and really enjoyed running with them. One of the first things as well was that I just made a whole bunch of friends who seemed really nice as well. And kind of as a creative person, a lot of my friends are dancers or artists, and it was kind of nice to meet some people with regular jobs. And I think for them as well, it was nice to share that and meet someone a bit more creative. So that's been great. The camaraderie's been great. And also, yeah, I've been starting to, and led me on to do something every Saturday morning called Park Run. I recommend if, as a starting point, you want to start off on running, that's something you could possibly look up. It's called parkrun.org and it's a free event. It's a free 5K run, which is just a short run. Some people even walk it. It's fine, whatever pace you do it at. And people do it with parents and their kids. People do it with prams, dogs, Ennis pushchairs, whatever. But get out and it happens in your local park up and down the country. So that's a really good starting point, and I've been enjoying that as well. What else? Also with the marathon, yeah. So someone else through the running club suggested that putting names down for the London Marathon because they can be hard places to get, and that was something that I thought in the back of my mind I'd like to do before I kind of pop my clogs. It was one of those bucket list things, and luckily enough I was able to get a place. So that's been an interesting journey in itself, and like one of the things that has led me to is just knowing my city in a completely different way. I used to cycle about the place and know Leeds reasonably well, but since running, it's just made me find all the parks, tracks, woodlands, all these new ways. And so now I know the city in a completely different way. If I want to and I choose to, I can use all these tracks and routes that I didn't really know existed before. So that's been great. Obviously, my heart and lungs feel good as well. I just feel fitter. I've totally rethunk my nutrition as well. It's making me think more about what to eat. Um, Also, I've been learnt that I've tied my laces, and that a lot of us tie our laces in completely the wrong way. So I'll maybe have to do a separate tutorial on that, or check out TED.com. And if you type in laces, you'll find an interesting new way. But I've totally rethought that as well. So that's another little thing that's been useful. And generally it just feels good for the mind and the body, and I think it used to be really obvious to me that activities like dance, singing, making music, I would take those any time, and I would really encourage anyone to do those as basic human things that are good for you. But I didn't really realize how important running is, and how such a basic act can be so beneficial, really. So do it, get some trainers on, get out there. Talking of trainers, a few people have asked me about kit. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be running in. This thing here, which is a Vibram minimal one. That's been interesting as well. Like I had something chunkier before, but and I know you can get more minimal than that. I'm happy with those ones, but again, it's something that you'll just need to find and work on. But that's what I'm going with, just a nice minimal light running shoe. I will also be wearing my club vest. Big shout out to Round Hay Runners. And also, find it. I started off with one of those, and that's fine, just a watch, give you a rough idea about how long you're running for. But I just like a couple of weeks ago went for it and got a Garmin as well. So as you get more into your running, you might want a GPS watch, which gives you a lot more details. But I was happy with this for a while. So I don't think it's always about the kit, and running's so simple. You don't really need that much. But people do ask me about it. So, what else? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, check out Christopher McDougall. He's been a very inspirational person to hear about and made me think a lot more about running. So Christopher McDougall, look him up. Again, he's got a couple of interesting talks on TED. We talk about it a lot more, but he talks about the Tarahumara tribe in Mexico, and the Tarahumara tribe are quite remarkable, really. The men, women, children of all ages run a hell of a lot. Basically, this tribe just absolutely miles every day. Um, and researchers have been outstanding, really, because not only have they been living longer, all of them, it seems, live really long lives, but as well as that, they're just a very harmonious community. So there's very little disagreement and fights or anything like that. So and so it would seem that that's a result of really interesting result of a whole community which runs a lot. So it's just another reason that I think it's a great thing to do. So yeah, check it out. And if you want to run, do that. Check out parkrun.org. Maybe join your local club. Just get out in the park and do it and enjoy it. So wish me luck. Oh, the other thing is I've got my mantras here. This is one of them. Yeah, I've got a couple of others. I'm going to be wearing this black ribbon for the Boston crowd as well. But yeah, as I say, check out Parkrun, get running, folks. I've really enjoyed it. I think you will be able to too as well. Cheers.